just a perfect situation.
Hello everyone, it's Liz. Welcome to my little urban homestead. I noticed the other day that I'm running quite low on soup. Now I normally freeze it and I've got a drawer in my freezer. There is just different sorts of soup. I mainly froze it because I couldn't take the glass jars into work, so I had to take something else, plastic. So I froze them in plastic containers. I would take one out of there in the morning, and by the time lunchtime came, it had defrosted, so I could heat it up in the microwave and have it for my dinner. Now I no longer work, I don't need to fill my freezer up because it's fairly inconvenient for me now, because I'll think, oh, what am I going to have for my tea? Oh, I'll have soup, but it's in the freezer, so I've got to defrost it in the microwave, and it's a pain. I could do with them just on the shelf, so I've decided that I'm going to start making a stock up for me and can them. Now it's only for me because Lich isn't too keen on soup at all, soup of any description. I like it. It's a nice, easy, quick meal when there's just me around. So I'm going to do different varieties, so I will be doing different ones, but I'm starting off with pea and ham soup. I did a video on canny gammon for my American friends. That's ham before it's cooked, and obviously it gets cooked in a jar when you pressure can it. So I thought, it's ham, it's already cooked, so I'm going to be adding 1 jar to this mix, and it'll go among hopefully 5 jars. Now I did put water in with the gammon, so that's what the liquid is there. So I'm not going to waste this. I'm actually going to use it together with some more water to boil the peas up with. So that's what I'm doing now. So have a look what I'm up to. Favourite canny book, and split pea and ham soup, habitat soup. But it says basically you bring the peas to a boil nicely. As you know, I only use the tattle lids. Lovely smell. But I'm going to be using water up, but I thought I'm going to have this in as well. It's going to add flavour to it. In this bowl I've got 2 cups of green split peas. I've checked them through, washed them off, and they're there ready, waiting now. Put them in a saucepan, and they've decided to stick. Right, now the juice that came from that jar, that's 1 full cup of juice, and it calls for 8 cups of water. So that's 1 of the juice, 2, and that's 8 cups in total. 7 water and 1 the juice from the gammon. And Mason's in here because he can smell it. And then just put it on the cooker and boil it for an hour. The peas have now been bubbling away for an hour and they softened up lovely. I was thinking of putting the immersion blender in and make it more smooth, but I think this is going to be alright actually. I don't know if it'll come out alright. What I'm doing is just basically squishing them. And yes, that's a technical term. I'm just squishing them against the bottom. Right. So now we've got to add other things to it. That's nice. You add your onions. One large onion. I think the recipe calls for a medium-sized onion, but I'm not going to use just part of the onion and then leave the other one to dry up and go to waste. Plus I like onion, so it's going in. Also it calls for carrots. I haven't got any fresh carrots in, but I have got these mush up carrots that I did boil up and then I froze them for any time that I wanted to make anything with carrots in. So these, it'll actually be better because they're not whole pieces of carrot. They're mashed up carrots, which will be nicer. Your ham, in my case it's the gammon that I have canned up previous. And the recipe calls for 1/4 teaspoon of allspice. So there it goes. It smells quite nice actually. And a bay leaf. And luckily I've got a bay tree. It's only small, but in the garden. So there goes my bay leaf. And then return it to the cooker and simmer it for another half an hour. So I'm going to use that half an hour to make sure that my camera's alright, check it over, I clean and check over my jars and my lids. So I'll see you in half an hour or in a matter of seconds. The pea soup has now had 30 minutes simmer. Let me move it back here and you might see better. It's at 30 minutes simmer. I've stirred it round and taken out the bay leaf. And we're just going to ladle in the soup now. Now this recipe does say that you'll get about, I don't want as much ham in this now. This recipe does say that you'll get about 5 pint jars. So this is what I'm doing exactly to get 5 pint jars, because I wanted to see if I like it or not, as the case may be. Now, if you always debubble, you will always debubble. If at times, such as you're doing stock and that don't require debubbling, you get used to on occasions not did bubbling, so you might forget. So if you always do it, you will never forget. Hopefully. Wipe your rim. And as you know by now, I only use tattlers. The lids are tatler lids. How? I have learnt you don't need to do the lids themselves, just the seals, but nah, I'll do them. And with these being tattlers, you don't want them tight. As soon as I feel any resistance at all, that's it, that's tight enough for me and for these tattlers. And since I've been doing it this way, I get 100% seal, but it's already looking lovely. And into the camera it goes. There looks like there's 5 jars, which there are 5 jars, but out of the recipe I only got 4 full pint-sized jars and 1 jar that have got a third in it. And as I've got tea sorted out tonight, I'm not going to eat that bit. So what I've done is added some water to it to take it up to the correct level. And then I'm going to pressure can it exactly the same. So when I'm doing a casserole or something like that, I can use that so it'll add the flavour to it. Why not? Nothing goes to waste here. So that's the lid on now. Don't know if you can make this out. It's going to slowly come to a boil, and when I get a steady stream of steam coming out that vent, I will time it for 10 minutes. And then, when 10 minutes are up, I will put my weight on. Bring it up so the dial says 11 pounds of pressure, and leave it there for 75 minutes because these are pints. As you can hear, it's now had its 10 minutes vented. It says there for 10 minutes. Even the pressure lock at the back has come up as well. So now it's had its 10 minutes. I'll get the weight, put the weight on, wait till the dial comes up and reads 11 pounds of pressure, and then I'll hold it at that for 75 minutes. And then I'll turn the heat off and let it cool down of its own accord. And while I'm babysitting the canner, I've got my usual thing to keep me company. It's the iPad, so I can play games on it. 3s today, I think. Hopefully you can see by that timer that's now gone off, I'm 3 minutes into a 75 minute one processing. And I don't know if you'll make that out or not. Stand back and zoom in. That is just about 11 pounds on the dial. And you see how calm the camera is? So anyone, and I'm talking about the English people here because we don't do canning. But that shows you how gentle it is. I'm 3 minutes into a 75 minute, and all you got to do is do it several times, you will find the sweet spot. The spot that your canner likes to sit at, your stove, your cooker likes to go at. It makes it... It's so daunting at first, but it's just a matter of practice. Doing it, you will find it. This smaller pressure canner, because I've got two sizes, 12 quart one I think this is, and a larger one. I can double stack my larger one, so I tend to use that just for dog food. But this one is easier for me to regulate. But don't be scared. Have a go. And you will eventually find that sweet spot. See you in a bit. Here we are the following morning. There are those jars of Pea and Ham Soup. As you can see, they're quite thick. The peas have made them quite thick. Apart from this one, which is the one that I added water to. But that's going to go in a casserole. So, that's a few more jars on my shelves. Thank you. Bye.
It's a